All right, what's up, everybody? Right here, it's a new 2023 GMC Canyon AT4, and it is an impressive truck. The midsize segment is hot right now with the new Ford Ranger and new Tacoma on the way. So today, I'm gonna show you around the Canyon AT4. Here's a quick overview. The GMC Canyon is the more premium version of the Chevy Colorado, which is based off of. But like I mentioned, it's premium, and this one is all new for 2023. Like I mentioned before, it is compete with the Ford Ranger, Toyota Tacoma, and others. So, how impressive can the truck get? Well, let me show you. All right, so starting under the hood of the GMC Canyon AT4, unfortunately, I can't prop this hood all the way up because the hood strut is in the way and it's in a weird position, so we just have to make do with this one. But like I mentioned before, this is a 2.7-liter four-cylinder making 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque, and the most torque in the segment, which is a lot. And also, you got to get this 2.7-liter four-cylinder in other products, which is the Chevy Colorado, Chevy Silverado, and GMC Sierra. Next thing I actually want to discuss is the design of the GMC Canyon, which is mixed, and that's probably mainly due to these C-shaped headlights right here. Now, some people may love it, some people may hate it. I personally like it because it's, well, different. And you also get a 2-inch lift from the factory and a 9.6 inches of ground clearance with a skid plate underneath. Also, next thing we're going to discuss are the trim levels and price points. So when I name the trim levels, the base price would be right up here. All right, so base trim is the elevation trim, which look like this. The next trim is the AT4 trim, which is right next to me, and the price is right here. The next one is the 9 trim, which is more like the luxurious trim of them all. And the next one and final one is the AT4X, which is the most extreme off-roader of the GMC Canyon. All right, so next thing I actually want to discuss is this little cutout right here to prove your departure angles and ground clearance, which is pretty cool. And you also get these 18 or 19s. I actually put it right up here to be specific, but I believe these are 19-inch rims wrapped in 265 Wrangler tires. Good beefy tires for you off-roading folks. All right, so moving on back of the GMC Canyon AT4, the first thing I actually want to talk about is the tailgate. Now, to open it, you can just pull this down, and it slowly goes down by itself because it's damp. All right, next thing I actually want to discuss is the tailgate of the GMC Canyon. And specifically, you can actually manually lock it, which is kind of unusual. I've never really seen that for a very while. I know older truck has that, but a new truck has a manual keyhole to lock it and unlock it. All right, so another thing I actually want to mention about this tailgate is that it has storage. So to open it, all you got to do is just move these toggles away. And then all you got to do is just lift it up, and there's your storage. To reveal quite a massive storage, so you can actually put a cooler, some ices in there, some drinks as well for like tailgating and all that type of stuff. All right, so another thing about this tailgate is that it has a ruler or something. Yeah, a ruler on here, so you can measure all your little equipment, wood, all that. You can just measure it right here. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna do this. All right, moving inside of the GMC Canyon AT4, let's talk headroom and legroom. So legroom is pretty good. I did scoot the seat up just a little bit so I can't get in, but I think it's pretty decent. Got good headroom right here. Also, middle section is quite fine and quite tight. My legs are up high because there is a hump in the floor, so there's that. You also got a USB-C and a USB-A charging port and a household style outlet at the bottom, which is pretty nice. And you can also lift the chairs up by just pulling this lever. All right, moving to the front of the GMC Canyon. The first thing I actually want to talk about is this overall interior, which I think is just a huge improvement over last year's generation GMC Canyon, and that is mainly due to its tech. Now, this is actually an 11.3-inch Google-based infotainment system, and as you can see, this map is actually very, very responsive. You know, it's easy to move, very responsive to the touch, very intuitive. So if you had your Google hooked up to it, you can have all your previous Google destinations on it in there. And also, you actually use the voice assistant. All right, so next thing I actually want to talk about are the drive modes. So to change the drive mode, all you got to do is just twist this little knob right here, and you can change it to normal, terrain, tow haul, other different functions as well. You also embedded it in this drive mode is the transfer case. So you got to change it to 2 high, 4 low, or auto, just so it can just adjust to all the parameters and just the suspension, transfer case, and all that. All right, so another thing I actually want to talk about in this interior is the gauge cluster. Now, I believe in higher end models, basically like the 90 and 84, actually get a little bit more features with it. So it's just the second level chip of the GMC Canyon lineup. It's just basically just a standard gauge cluster. It does show a lot of information. As you can see, you got your pitch and roll uh, settings right there. It showed you like your approach angles, your height, and all that. Because this is the 84 trim, you get to see how your approach angles are, transfer case, steering angle, and all that. You also get different gauges views, which is pretty cool. As you can see, it shows different functions out as well. So there is that. Another thing I actually want to talk about are the climate controls, because actually there is a knob, but there is the buttons on top of, well, below the screens, and so just very nice laid out, easy to use. Yeah, basically high quality materials on the knobs as well, which is pretty cool as well. Another thing I actually want to talk about are the seats. Now these seats are pretty comfortable, standard seats. They're fine. You also got an AT4 badge on the side of it, which is actually pretty cool. Nice attention to detail. Another thing I actually want to talk about is just basically, like I mentioned before, the overall interior. I think this is just a huge improvement over previous GMC Canyon interiors. This one is by far the best. Like I mentioned, it's just due to its tech. It's just very nice and laid out, very easy to use, and nice to use. And so that is the tour of the 2023 GMC Canyon 84. Now, unfortunately, I had to like kind of rush through it, kind of miss some pieces because it is hot and my phone is overheating and I don't have time for all that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe if you're new or not, who knows. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time.